we're going to talk about it because y'all are all over the YouTube chat about it. The House voted yesterday to pass legislation that could ban TikTok in the U.S. So if you didn't know, TikTok is a social media app where users post these little videos. It's really popular with the young people. I sound like I'm so old.
Yes, you do.
The young people like it. But a majority of both Democrats and Republicans are alarmed because the company that owns it is ByteDance, and that is a Chinese company. And they say that makes it a national security threat. Here's what Nancy Pelosi had to say about it yesterday.
First of all, this is not a ban on TikTok. I'm a grandmother of teenagers. I understand the entertainment value, the educational value, communication value, the business value for some business on this. This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe, a winner.
Wow, so bad. So bad.
Pelosi.
That doesn't help any issues, yeah.
Pelosi should see her way out.
Oh,
Wow.
Where's Nancy when you need
Yeah, are you guys sisters?
Okay, Steve. That was personal, and
Well timed, buddy.
That was well done. Now, as Nancy Pelosi said, this isn't an all-out ban. The bill is requiring the Chinese company to sell it to an American company or an allied nation, or else then it could be banned. Meantime, the CEO of the company claims it is free from manipulation from Beijing. I have a hard time believing anything from the People's Republic of China that says that. Lots of TikTok users are very upset, like this woman. Take a look.
You know what's gonna happen when TikTok gets banned? Nobody's gonna know what to do with their lashes. You'll never know what mascara to buy. All jokes aside, I'm very irritated that the communities that have been built on this app and the careers that have been formed have the potential to disappear into thin air now. And I don't know anything about politics, but every clip I've seen of that hearing just infuriates me. Do I think it's actually gonna get banned? I don't know. But what I do know is that you should follow me on Instagram right now just in case it does.
So the entire point of that video is she doesn't know what she just
Anything.
looked at.
And she's doing a weird thing with her lashes. I don't understand.
What is that technique?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ray, do you know what that was? No.
Yeah, it was not.
It was nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me just ask, what do we all think of this? Is this a First Amendment right? Is this a national security threat? Jeff, what do you have to say about this?
I think people will argue that it is a First Amendment right, but I think it's a good idea, right? Because
What do you think is a good idea?
Banning TikTok. And again, I don't want to use the word ban because we're not getting rid of TikTok. We're just changing owners.
They're trying to sell it.
Exactly.
To a
We're just changing
adversary.
owners. Because the way the Chinese filter their TikTok, it's accomplishment driven. All your academics, all your achievements in sports, everything's positive that's filtered. We have that girl. No offense, a lot of people follow that girl. I'm sure she's a millionaire and that's how she makes her money. And it is taking away individuals from making that money. But if we could filter it some way, we have to get a hold on this because it's the Wild West.
Yeah.
And I'm just worried about my children who are 5 and 7 coming up and just having negative impacts on them. They already watch YouTube and some things I question about, and we have filters on that. So I like this idea of kind of filtering TikTok and other, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, to a more positive algorithm, that's all.
And now putting it in hands, just so you know, I want to get your take. The Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, former, is saying, I have investors that I could buy this. Would that work for you?
No.
And, well, there was a top secret meeting, and a lot of Republicans and Democrats came out of that meeting and said they learned more about China, and they said they agreed they should ban. So what they know things we don't know, and they are on a bipartisan issue on this.
What you just said was kind of counterintuitive because, you know, the public uses this, but you're like, hey, public, trust us. There was a secret meeting with people you don't know discussing things we won't tell you. It's going to be fine. People don't trust that, and also...
But that happens in Congress a lot.
Yes, it happens in Congress, but it doesn't affect their day-to-day. And no matter how we may feel about it, people use TikTok, and they like it, and it brings people joy in this world. And when you start telling people it's not a ban, but we're going to change it, we are now without Twitter. It's X. I used to really love Twitter. I used to laugh at Twitter and learn from Twitter, and that's gone. So now we're going to sell a public company to another private individual, and so now how many companies are we down to?
And most people are concerned about the defunding of content creators, which, by the way, when everything shut down and there was very little help for the average person in the working community, a lot of people turned to these apps in order to make revenue, and now you're trying to say that it could potentially disappear in the middle of the night, and that's why so many creators are very, very upset.
And there are bot farms that pin us against each other also on social media. Just that's true.